In each Reading Mastery 2 through 5 lesson, there are vocabulary exercises that both review previously taught vocabulary and introduce new vocabulary that will be in upcoming lessons and stories. In addition to what is included in the lesson script, at Thales Academy, teachers also enhance vocabulary instruction through the use of a variety of strategies. It is imperative that teachers thoroughly preview and pre-read the lesson script each day to ensure they are familiar, confident, and comfortable with the vocabulary and definitions that will be taught. This may look like writing notes on a printed copy, making a sticky note of words and definitions, or creating a reference tool for the vocabulary portion of each lesson. Vocabulary development is quick-paced, and the teacher comfort with vocabulary content will ultimately determine student success. To start, when presenting vocabulary, the teacher should present from the front of the classroom with all students' eyes on you. This is what we call creating a clear focus, and is a best practice whenever teachers are presenting information or posing questions to the class. Additionally, students should flip their books over during this portion of the lesson so that their attention and focus are on the teacher and lesson instruction. To increase the depth and breadth of students' vocabulary knowledge, teachers insert askbacks and then transpose or flip-flop vocabulary words at every feasible opportunity. Additionally, it is important to build in a cumulative review or a review of previous words as each vocabulary word is presented in the lesson script. Lastly, during a reading mastery lesson, all vocabulary instruction should be held until after the completion of word attack and individual turns, even if noted differently in the lesson script, to help with the overall flow of the lesson. While these vocabulary instruction procedures and strategies are most commonly seen in our reading mastery programs, teachers should note that these strategies of askbacks, flip-flops, cumulative review, and delayed tests are best practices that can be incorporated during any subject or lesson when introducing and reviewing vocabulary words.
What I'd like you to do now is quietly flip your books over for our vocabulary. Very good. I see ready position on top of flipped over books. And I'm not waiting on anybody. That is fantastic. All right, everybody, listen closely. Your eyes are on me. Where are your eyes?
On you.
Very good. The first vocabulary word is adventure. What word?
Adventure.
Yes, an adventure is a new, exciting experience. What's another word for a new, exciting experience, class?
Adventure.
Yes, adventure. So what is an adventure? Start with a new. Get ready?
A new, exciting experience.
Yes, an adventure is a new, exciting experience. So, what's another way of saying they had a new, exciting experience in the forest? Start with they had. Get ready?
They had an adventure in the forest.
I was looking for they had an adventure in the forest. One more time. What's another way of saying they had a new, exciting experience in the forest, class?
They had an adventure in the forest.
Very good. They had an adventure in the forest. Our next vocabulary word is supplies. What is it?
Supplies.
Yes, supplies. The supplies you need for a job are the things you'll use up when you do that job. Listen again. The supplies you need for a job are the things you'll use up for that job. So what do we call the things you use up when you do a job? Class?
Supplies.
Yes, supplies. Again, supplies are things you use up when you do a job. What are supplies, class?
Things you use up when you do a job.
Very good. Things you use up when you do a job. That was fantastic. And remind me, what supplies would you need to write a bunch of stories? Individual turn. Kennedy.
Like a pencil?
A pencil. What's one supply you would need, class?
A pencil.
What is another supply you would need? George?
Paper.
Paper. What's another supply you would need, class?
Paper.
Yes, paper. All right. Remind me, what is another word for a new, exciting experience? Class?
Adventure.
Yes, adventure. And what's another word for the things you use up when you do a job? Class?
Supplies.
Very good. Our last vocabulary word is remains. What is it?
Remains.
Yes, remains. The remains of something are the parts that are left. What is the word for the parts that are left of something? The?
Remains.
Yes, The remains, or just the remains, yes. So the remains of something are the parts that are left. What are the remains of something? Start with the parts. Class?
The parts that are left.
Good. The parts that are left. Sometimes the only remains of a dead animal is their skeleton. Now remind me, what is another word for things you use up when you do a job?
Supply.
And what is another word for a new exciting experience, class?
Adventure.
Yes, adventure. That was fantastic.